And these are the kind of vibrations that you want to concentrate on, because a body that carries those kind of vibrations on a consistent basis can't have disease in it. It's impossible. Because the vibration is just too high.
So this is why, like, when you talk to some conscious people, they say peace and vibrations, because they want you to have positive vibrations, okay? Exactly. So now just a second, let me do station identification. You listen to the African History Network show on blogtalkradio.com, also on AfricanHistoryNetwork.com. You can listen by telephone as well, area code 914-338-1375. We're talking to Brother Heru Rama from the Divine Holistic Health Association, and he's talking about his upcoming lecture this Saturday in Detroit, Michigan, August 6th, which will be 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. at Godland Unity Church, located at 22450 Schoolcraft in Detroit, and it's going to deal with topology, what he's talking about right now. In our third hour, after the break, sometime after 10 o'clock, we're going to bring Sister Nubia Warford on. Sister Nubia, I see you on the phone. I know you were tied up, so we're going to bring Sister Nubia Warford on. So in our third hour, we're going to deal with When the Black Woman Was God, Part 2. And we'll talk to an archaeologist and lecturer, Sister Nubia Warford, about her upcoming lecture this Sunday in Detroit. So Detroit has it going on, contrary to what you hear about in the news. And hey, man, we definitely need some positive vibrations, brother. Let me tell you, man, if they let go of 12,000 people from welfare come October 1st, brother, woo, in Michigan, brother, it's going to be on. I'm telling you. So we definitely that's what Governor Snyder signed into law, man. For people who have been on welfare for 48 months or longer, come October 1st, they're going to be kicked off of welfare. So, brother, we're gonna need you, man. We're gonna need all the positive vibrations we can get. Seriously.
Indeed, and that's one of the reasons we're having this seminar this week, because one or two people doing this is not as effective as 50, 60, 70,000 people doing this. And the way to start that is to push that consciousness all through the city. So, we want to get 300, 400, 500 people there so that those people can go out and make other people aware of what their options are. Because you're right, man. When that kind of thing happens, you also get different emotions and energies coming off your TV screen, coming out of your newspaper, because they specifically designed the rhetoric or the propaganda to be, in many ways, low in vibration. And as long as you're low in vibration, you're going to get sickness. And as long as you're sick, you're going to go to the allopathic system. And as long as they're doing that, they'll keep regenerating that money into the allopathic system and the pharmaceutical companies. And, we can't continue to function like that.
Exactly. Now, let me revisit what you were breaking down. You said love vibrates at 500, at a frequency of 500 hertz. Is that 500 hertz per second or per minute or what?
It's really just 500 hertz, I guess you could say, per second. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
It's hard to measure vibration into our time.
Okay. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to measure vibration into our time frame, so we would have to do it per second. I guess that would be the most clear way we can understand something like that.
Right, yeah, because hertz usually deals with like one complete wave cycle, and they usually look at it per second, so you're dealing with 500 hertz. Okay, so you said anything below 200 hertz, those emotions below 200 hertz, we need to stay away from. Okay, so tell us those.
And let me tell you how that might be in some ways challenging, because every one of the buildings that you enter into is wired in 110 wiring, correct? So if you go into a room that's wired in 110 wiring, your vibration is going to come down to the sink of the room unless you have some kind of strong vibrational base to stay where you are. Now, when you go outside the country, they're wired in 220 wiring, and that's above 200, right? So that way, when you go into a room outside the country, even if you come in with sadness or depression, stay in that room for a while, and your vibration will raise to the sink of the room, 220.
I heard somebody, man, years ago, I heard somebody say that, and I knew, I have a kind of a background in consumer electronics, so I understood frequency, hertz, wave cycles, things like that, but I was trying to really piece together what he was breaking down, but you just hit it on the head. Okay, so here in the U.S., your currency is 110. Your AC currency, which is we plug into the wall, is 110. You're dealing with hertz. Because everything is energy. Everything operates on the frequency. This is what people. This is what a lot of us don't understand. So when you walk into a room here in the United States, say you walk into your bedroom or your living room, okay, that currency is operating at 110 hertz.
Right.
Okay, and you're saying that because of that currency, that frequency, it can automatically depress you, bring you down. What can that do?
It's going to bring you down below 200 hertz unless you carry or can hold on to a vibration that's higher than that. And that's why that saying, birds of a feather flock together, if you are negative or low in vibration, that's what you're going to attract. That's what you're going to attract primarily. So you want to try to keep yourself around people who are high vibration, high conscious beings, so that in many ways they'll bring you up if you need, to be brought up. But you want to really be that beacon of light, to be that vibrational, a high vibrational individual, so that when you step into the room, when you get there, everybody's got to come up to where you are. And that's, it's a job trying to stay high in consciousness and vibration, especially in the Western world.
Right, you're right about that, brother. Okay, now let me ask you this. Okay, so give us a few of the emotions that we need to stay away from. They're below 200 hertz emotions we need to, not dwell in. We may not be able to avoid them altogether, but we don't want to stay there.
You don't want to stay there. And I think most people know what those low vibration ones are, the ones that make them not feel good, like sadness,
sadness,
anger, greed, depression, the list goes on and on and on. Anything that's a negative to you, if it makes you feel bad, you can just about assume that that's a low vibration, even if it's getting close to 200. You know what I'm saying? You want to think things like love, peace, tranquility, especially words like enlightenment. You want to stay in that because that's like 1,000 hertz. And with that kind of high vibration, you can really change the vibration of other people just by being around them. Because as a man thinketh, so shall he or she become or be. And that thinking is not just conscious mind, it's in that subconscious mind. That's where it really all resides. So, every time you see the word love, think the word love, say the word love. This is the way you raise that vibration. Even if you had a bottle of water and you could take a magic marker and write the word love on the bottle, it actually changes the molecular structure of the water so that it becomes high vibration. You could even open the water and say the word love on the water through the bottle, and it will change its frequency right away.
Man, I have there was an experiment done, and I have a documentary. It's from I think he's Japanese, the doctor or something. It's called I think it's called
Dr. Emoto.
Yeah, that's him. I think it's called Words in the Water or something. But he did that, and what he did was he wrote like positive words. He didn't have two containers of water. He wrote positive words on one container of water and negative words on the other container of water. If I remember correctly, on the container of water that he wrote the negative words on, the water turned black or something like that.
Exactly.
Okay, so and what that is doing is... Go ahead.
Yeah, you will get a 6-star cluster on the words that have on the water molecules that have positive words said over it, but then you get all kind of real distinctly unstructured water molecules when you have the words with negative or low vibration attached to them. He's got a book called The True Power of Water, Healing and Discovering Ourselves. Yeah, Dr. Emoto. Very profound work, but the master of that really was Dr. What's her name? Oh, my gosh. Her name slips me right now, but she was the master of that even before Dr. Emoto. The name will come Mona Harrison, Dr. Mona Harrison.
Mona Harrison, okay.
Yeah, she was a genius in the way of anything concerning water molecules. She had something called red water that she had come out with. So she was really the one who brought the alkalinizing machine even into this country years ago.